thank you everyone for attending this webinar. This is a public webinar from GrantForward, grant service to assist you in securing the grant for your next project as a faculty member, as a researcher in a higher education institute in US. My name is Alex, but today I am Mr. GrantForward because I'm going to show you how you can use GrantForward to find that resource for moving your next project forward. You are a PI, you are a researcher. Yeah, your next project may be about education, maybe about community outreach, maybe about the infrastructure enhancement of your institution, maybe even grants for your student, their fellowship, their research internship. All of these relevant funding opportunities, GrantForward index them from many sponsors, possibly all over the world, so that you can find grants for your next project. And I'm going to show you today how you can be a smart grant-seeking PI. Okay, yeah. So the main question we want to address today is this: how to be smarter in grant seeking? Well, we need a grant. For our research. Money is not everything, but without money, we cannot do things. We need resource for our next project. I'm going to answer this question by introducing a few tips throughout this webinar. I hope to show you a few tips that we learned from our faculty users, from our PI users, how they use GrantForward in their pre-award process. Okay, so as an overview of our agenda, so I will start with an overview of GrantForward, this service, how it is relevant in your pre-award, in your grant-seeking process. After that, I want to answer the question of how to be smarter in grant-seeking by demonstrating a few use cases. The first use case is, when you have a specific idea for your next project, how do you use GrantForward search interface to interact with the grant database to find out that short list of funding opportunities that you wish to pursue for your next project. In the second use case, because you need not only money, not only grant, but also collaborators. I will show you how you can use GrantForward to find out collaborators, your co-PI within your institution or outside it. Yeah. So that you have a strong research team which enhance your chance of getting grants. Yeah. And finally, in the third use case, because you are a busy person, a busy faculty member, you want to keep up your grant awareness, but you don't want to have to visit GrantForward every day. You don't have to. I will show you how you can set up your researcher profile and receive grant recommendation monthly or weekly or even daily to keep up your grant awareness. And after Q&A, if we have time, I will show you a little bit of a bonus topic of how you can use other parts of GrantForward to learn about the strategic information for your making decision in the pre-award process, such as, is my topic fundable? What are trending topics people studying, say for quantum computing? Okay, great. Yeah, so to begin with, okay, you need to be able to access GrantForward. GrantForward is a website. You can use your account associated with your institution, such as at stanford.edu, at illinois.edu, at baylor.edu, to sign up your account. Or it might have been integrated with your single sign-on already. Okay, so you can simply come to GrantForward, which is a website here. Okay, so let me log out first. So you may come to GrantForward through your bookmark or through the link at your grant office. You can log in. You can first try to log in. Okay. If it has already been integrated with a single sign-on, you will see this. This depends on the setting of your IT, your administration. then you can simply go through this single sign-on, which you probably have done a few times a day. If you did not see this, then it has not been integrated with your single sign-on. Then you need to sign up an account. You simply click on sign up and fill in this form. Okay, fill in your email, your name. Okay, say my name at illinois.edu. I'm using this institution, Illinois EDU, as our demo scenario. You will see the name of the institution. You fill in your name, password twice. Okay, you select your academic unit because GrantForward want to know about your academic department or college. Your grant administrators may communicate with you through your academic unit. You tell GrantForward you are a student or a PI or a staff. Well, you are a PI, a researcher here. Then click on create my account. You will receive email in your inbox. Click on that to validate that you have entered correct email address. Then you are done, but be sure to check your spam folder. Okay. After that, you can start to use GrantForward. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to log in. Okay. Okay, so after you log in, click on here. You will see the name of your institution. I'm showing University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. This is where GrantForward was originally developed. Okay, and therefore, we still use this as a demonstration setting to be realistic. You will see your permission as a member because you are a faculty member. If you are actually a grant administrator, well, then you can contact us. We'll be happy to show you how you can use GrantForward as a grant administrator, such as using this administrator console. Okay, let me zoom in a bit because there's a comment from the chat. Yeah, okay. So now, today's webinar, we will focus on member. You as a faculty member, a PI. The only difference, you will not see this grant administrator console. Here, you don't need to see this. This is for managing the account, managing service, helping faculty member, publishing grant, and so on. Yeah, so we'll be happy to do another webinar for administrators, but today we will focus on everything else. What is everything else? Well, this answers our first question. Okay, how to be smarter in grant seeking. The first tip number 0, is to know your enemy. Who is our enemy in our grant seeking process? Well, our enemy is that the damn proposal we have to write, we have to submit, yeah, to get the funding, because we need to identify a funding opportunity. We need to see what they are looking for. We need to see what are trending topics. Okay, we need to find our collaborators. Well, you need to know whatever your enemy is thinking. Okay, to know the battlefield. And here, the first tip is therefore to use a grant database. Okay, with everything that supports your seeking of grant, the information you need, not only funding opportunity, but a lot of other useful information. Okay, excellent. So I'll show you how GrantForward can help you that. So let me come to GrantForward here. I want to give you a quick overview how you can know your enemy through using a grant service. The grant tab here is where you can find funding opportunities, the call for proposal that you will find matching your next purpose. Okay, and therefore write your proposal. So this is grant. We'll come back in our first use case to demonstrate how you can search intelligently and effortlessly, okay, to find that short list of grants. Sponsor. Well, you might be wondering, why do I need to use a grant database? Okay, we also have this question, okay, from your pre-registered questions, your RSVP. How do I monitor the organizations that may give me grant? Well, you need to know where grant can come from. Sponsor, okay, a source of money. That's why GrantForward provides you this database or directory of sponsors from A to Z. If you ask how is GrantForward different from, say, grants.gov, which provide you free access to all federal grants, Well, because there can be a lot more sponsors or sources of money, than the federal sources. On GrantForward, currently there are 32 or almost 33,000 active sponsors. Each one is a source of money. You can identify sponsors that are federal, okay, or the federal such as big sponsor like NIH. Yeah, 2,000 grants. But now you can see not only federal sponsors, federal money, which is kind of changing nowadays. People ask in your pre-registered questions, how can I find the federal, non-federal sources? They are all here, okay? Your state government, for example, I am in Illinois, I search. Here I can identify my state government level sponsors. And of course, I want to know about them because I am local. They may want to fund you specifically. Yeah, I will show you later how we can search grants by sponsor and monitor grants. Professional society, such as, let me remove the keyword, Illinois. Yeah. Such as your pediatric association or your financial women alliance. This is your professional society in your professional domain. They want to fund you. You want to know about them. Foundation, very important. A lot of foundations, almost 15,000, such as all the famous ones, such as Andrew Mellon Foundation, okay, such as Gates Foundation. Yeah. So yeah, you can use this to tap into the private organization, nonprofit world that have a lot of funding for your research, your engagement with the community. Okay, and finally, there are company grants. There are academic institutions like your academic institution, international. I want to mention this. GrantForward, the focus on grants that U.S. institutions like US can apply, but money is not limited within US. If you have never think about this, yeah, think about it. There are a lot of money, such as, let's say, WHO. Yeah, World Health Organization, 31 grants. Yeah, so by using a grant database, you are tapping into all these different segments of sources of funding, well beyond the well-known but usually more competitive federal space, such as international, such as state government or private organizations. So these sponsors, you can know where money comes from. Awards allow you to learn from the successful experience in the past or funded project. A lot of them, 5.3 million. In our last use case, if we have time, I will introduce you the tip of how we can learn from the successes in the past. Okay, researchers, you need collaborators. Okay, how can you find the collaborators? The co-PI, so that you can assemble a strong team. Your chance of getting money will be much higher. Your fun of doing research will be much more. Yeah. So, and finally, I want to show you this. You can even learn about all kinds of communication from your sponsors. Very important to know your enemy, to know what they have talked about, what they have communicated, such as you can actually predict what grant will come up by searching this keyword from their announcement, which is called the pre-solicitation, because all these announcements can come from even before a solicitation or corporate proposal is announced. So I search notice of intent. I quickly find out the notice of intent like this, okay, announced a few months ago, a few weeks ago, like October 29. Okay, they are telling you they are preparing a corporate proposal that will come up, okay, in a short time. So you can start to prepare that because it takes time to prepare a solid proposal. Okay, yeah, so this is a quick overview of GrantForward. So our tip number 0, know your enemy. It's not just funding opportunity. It's about what sponsors may want to talk to me, okay, or what are trending topics, or what are upcoming grants. You can use a grant database like GrantForward to know your enemy, okay? Tip number 1, you want to find the grants. That's our first use case. How can I find the grant? So our first use case, I want to show you how you can search grants. That's probably your main purpose that you attend this webinar. How can you search intelligently and systematically effortlessly, okay, without the missing possible grants, okay, without the spending a lot of time to learn the tedious process of search, okay? So that's our first use case. I want to demonstrate search for grants. Okay, I want to show you how you can use the capability keyword filter to describe your criteria, how you can use our query assistant to help you in formulating, constructing your search. So I'm coming back to GrantForward here. Yes, I'm coming to search opportunities under grants. I will see this search interface here. What do I want to show? I'm going to ask you to suggest some keywords. Okay, but I learned from, so this is the long list of questions we have collected from your RSVP. Thank you very much for your question. We like to use your question as our demonstration material to address your need more closely. So yeah, so there is this question, identify grants in broad area of public health or aging services. Okay, yeah, so let's do this. So you usually start with a topic for your next project. So that's why you will come here, okay? Under grant search, naturally, you simply enter your keywords. Okay, you will do a search. I will come back to explain what these are. Okay, you get 68 results. You might be thinking today is your lucky day. You only need a few grants, 3 to 5, to discuss with your collaborator to apply, but you get 68. Okay, well, not really, because we need much more, and there can be much more funding opportunities that allow you to pursue study on aging studies. I will show you how to expand your search to be more systematically find grants. But before I do that, let me first introduce how you read the result. Each of the results match your current search criteria. It has keyword aging service. It is currently open, continuous, meaning have a specific deadline in the future, or it always accept a proposal. And its money is USD. This is the default setting for you as a US researcher. Okay. Yeah, so each grant is therefore a funding opportunity. You can write your proposal to respond. It's a call for a proposal. You will see the title of the grant, the experimental and the numerical assessment of something. You know the gist of this grant. Below that, you have a list of sponsors. Usually, if a grant is larger, there could be multiple sponsors that jointly sponsor. Okay, you can click on them to go to the sponsor page here to read more about this sponsor, to visit their website, to learn about their mission statement, and so on. Then there is a quick summary of what this grant is about. This is AI generated, okay, to give you a concise but to the point summary. This program focuses on something about aging reinforced, about something. You will see the keywords highlighted, the keywords from your search query to allow you to quickly glance and decide if this grant is about the aging service you are looking for. Below that, you see a list of keywords. These are what GrantForward identified, of course, through AI as the main topic of this grant. So you see, it has not only aging service, okay, but also say civil engineering, public health, or occupational health. So you quickly know the scope, the collection of topics this grant cover, and this give you an idea whether this is the setting you want to pursue. Okay, the amount and the deadline. This is important because we are all deadline driven. Mouse over this, it will show you the multiple cycles, such as February next year, and after that, August next year. You know what are the opportunities that may come up in the future. Yeah. So if you are interested in a grant, and here are a few pictures. I will show you this in our next use case. Yeah. So click on each grant. You see the further information, a lot of detail. You can read about that, such as, you know, what kind of applicants this encourage early career. If you are a young investigator, this grant is for you. Yeah, all this can be done by filters later on to further control their matching your purpose. And you can click on opportunity source to visit the original. This one is from National Academies of Science. Okay, yeah, to read the original grant announcement, which may have more information such as reference document. Okay, you will see a few collaborators. Well, we will discuss this in the next use case. Yeah, now let's come back to our search. How can I search more systematically? Okay, there should be more than 68. In fact, could be a lot more. Why? Because you a sponsor that want you to do something, allow you to do agent service, may not mention exactly these keywords. While you want to have control by using keywords, but there could be a lot more keywords that are either alternative or broader. So let's look at this. That's why after I type my keywords, agent service, which I didn't explain earlier, now I'm going to, you see a lot of other keywords selected by GrantForward. GrantForward has read a lot of grants and understand that for your purpose of agent service, these are all very related. You will be safe. You will be allowed to propose your agent service if a grant mentions all these other keywords. Well, of course, you are the PI, you know all these keywords. I am not, I'm only pretending here. In fact, I just learned a new keyword, the geriatrics. This came into my vocabulary just today. So GrantForward will add the keyword, the geriatrics, gerontology, okay, age studies, global aging, epidemiology of aging, economics of aging, healthy aging, cognitive aging, elderly care. All these are possible relevant keywords because GrantForward has read a lot of grants. Knowing these are mentioned, clicking on every one of these will increase the matching. Okay, if you click on search here, you see a lot more. Not only 68 now, it's now okay 8 times more. Yeah, you can keep adding keywords as long as they are relevant. The neural aging, I don't know what this means, but it looks interesting. Speech aging, okay, social gerontology. Okay, my vocabulary is expanding here. Yeah, so now you look at this. All of these are actually pretty related to geriatrics. Okay, the study of elderly people. Yeah, and elderly care. Yeah, you know exactly what has been expanded. You know what each grant is relevant. So now you get a lot more. And you do want to get a lot more. Why? Because these are only grants that are topically relevant. They may or may not match your other criteria. Well, you have a lot of other criteria. For example, you may be looking to do research, not about a fellowship. So you don't want to see fellowship grants. Well, your students may care about them very much. Okay, or you may be applying specifically from Illinois. Okay, but a grant may not allow you to apply from there. That's why you want to apply all the filters that describe your other criteria, other than the topics in the keywords. So you can look at all the filters on the left side. They are conveniently organized there. You simply click on each one of them, apply them systematically. Grant type, you say, I don't want to look at the fellowship. Let me minus it. The fellowship grant is gone. I don't want to look at internship. Okay, I want to focus on research project. I want to focus on education program. Okay, postdoc, I don't care. I'm way beyond that. Collaboration, cooperative, these are contract type of grants, like a DoD grant, a company grant, or equipment. This allow me to buy computers, buy GPU clusters. Yeah, others, I don't care, simply leave them. This means that you are looking at the grants that mention all these preferred, the desired type, and do not mention all these other things. Yeah, so you see, it quickly narrowed down to just 1/3. That's why you want to start with a big number, because now these are the subset of grants from the initial big number that match your criteria about the type of activity. You can look at sponsor. Okay, I want to consider federal. How many are from federal? Well, about half of them. Okay, but there are other than federal. Say, state. Do I have anything from the state? Well, none. State of Minnesota. Okay, Massachusetts. Okay, Delaware. Well, I'm in Illinois, and you might be in California. So are they so kind to allow us to apply out of state, from Illinois? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, that's why you want to use this applicant location. You tell GrantForward, I am specifically from Illinois, okay? If a grant does not allow me to apply from here, don't show me that. Well, interestingly, all the other states, they are not so kind indeed. Yeah. So they are all gone. That's why you want to use this applicant location. Yeah. But if you are browsing general funding trend, then you don't need to set this. By setting this, you will see grant you can apply from your geographic area. I want to leave this filter on. Okay, I can look at the professional. Okay, yeah, so these are from Professional Society, American Aging Association. By looking at this, I actually learned that this American Aging Association might be interesting sponsor. I want to monitor them later. I will show you how. I can look at the foundation, okay, Foresight Institute, yeah, or American Federation. Companies, what companies are interested? Well, this Cambridge Health Alliance, these are companies, pharmaceutical insurance companies, academic institutions like yours, such as this one, University of North Carolina, your school actually sponsored research, yeah, on aging service. International, for this example, we don't have international grant, yeah. So I just show you how you can look at the sponsor from different segments to prioritize, such as you can focus on foundation grant, okay. You can also search sponsors specifically. Let me show this interesting filter. I can say I just learned this American Aging Association. I want to focus on yes, one grant. Let me look at other aging service, administration of aging, and the National Institute of Health, because it's about health. We have seen our users enter as many as 20, 30 sponsors, all about trauma, because they are a trauma center. They even remove all the keywords without any keywords. Why? Because they want to learn about every grant from their favorite sponsors, such as every grant from American Aging Association will be very relevant to your interest in aging service. That's why you could search simply by sponsor. Okay, there are many other filters you can apply, which you also ask in your question, such as how can I apply grants that allow me to apply if I am not a U.S. citizen. Say if I am a Canadian, okay, let me see, I'm a Canadian, see Canadian here. Then you will not show me grants that I cannot apply with this citizenship. Okay, and this is how you do it. And limited submission, these are grants that have some limitation, such as yes, this label limited that have some limitations, such as at most only 1 or 2 proposals from an institution. This kind of grants, you will need a coordination from your grant office. Okay, you can also use applicant type to describe okay, your status, such as you are an investigator or you have some other designation, such as minority, okay, or other type, which grants the filter will find out the grants sorted according your applicant type. Okay, yeah. So now we have created a good search that we are happy with. Okay, I can save my search. I can say this is my aging service grant. Yeah, it's a search, grant search. This allows me to reuse my search condition, search criteria when I come back to GrantForward. I don't have to re-enter all these keywords. This also allows me to receive notification alert, say every month or every week. Yeah, here I select every month. Okay, so now next time to receive this, you will say December 01. Next month, I will receive notification if there are new grants. And there are always new grants coming into the database. Yeah, so if this is your way to monitor grants that match your purpose, such as grants from your favorite sponsors, grants that match your keywords. You will be notified that you will be learn about every grant that are relevant. Okay, yeah, so this is how you can use the help of suggested keyword to systematically expand your search. You can also search effortlessly by using our AI query assistant. Okay, this is a new beta feature. Yeah, so you can simply converse with our chatbot to go through the search process. you ask about the search strategy in your question, yes, you can simply use the AI query assistant. It will guide you through formulating your search strategy. Okay, you can start by telling what your purpose is. Say, I want to find the funding opportunities about what? About aging service. Okay, click on submit. It will take a few moments to think about what keyword to search, and you find 248 for agent service. If you scroll down, actually the query assistant help you to formulate the keyword. It's summarized here. It's agent service or geriatrics or elderly care. Yeah, if you scroll down, you will see from your agent service, the AI query assistant formulate query about all these keywords that are highlighted, such as gerontology, geriatrics, healthy aging, and all these keywords, which we earlier we select by hand. Now the AI query assistant help you to expand with all these keywords. It also suggests you is a popular search strategy next by narrow down, say, sponsor type or grant type or applicant type. You say, well, first, I want to see sponsor. I want to look at all those foundation, private organization grants. Say, it tells me that these are the sponsors that you can choose. You say federal, no, I'm not considering federal. Let's look at foundation grants. Okay, so there are 152 foundation grants. If you scroll down, you will see GrantForward actually applied the AI query assistant applied the filter for you. The keywords for you. You can keep conversing with the AI query assistant to further formulate your query. Yeah, and then it guides you through this search process. Good. So you can now also look at the grants that match your purpose. We have created all these grants through our keywords or AI query assistant. I can save this grant to my short list. I have quite a few short lists. I say, I have a short list with Professor Smith, my collaborator. I add it. Or I want to create a new list. This new list is called my aging service grant. Okay, I give it a nice color. Let's say a orangish color, no, a greenish color. Okay, I want to sort by deadline. If a grant become expired, I want to remove it. Okay. So I'm creating my short list or my bookmark of grants I want to follow, I want to keep track, I want to discuss with my collaborator. Let me add more grants so I can show you how you can use a grant list. Okay, so I add a few grants. They are relevant to my purpose I want to consider. I can come to the grant list. Okay, I have quite a few grant lists. I updated the list with Professor Smith. I have created a new list called agent service. Now, why do you want to have this grant list? Well, because it allows you to look at them on the calendar. Okay, your grants will appear on this calendar from this list, or I can share this grant with my collaborators. Say my agent service, I can export. Everywhere on GrantForward, you see this export button. You can generate a PDF or Excel, Google Sheet, yeah, to share with your collaborator. Or you can simply share by a website. Click on URL. It gives you a link. You can share. You can copy this link. You can give this link, pass it along to your students, your collaborator. They will see all your grants. Whatever you put on your list in real time will show up on this website. This is how you can easily share your grants with your collaborators. Okay, so now I have shown you how you can use the search interface to search for grants with keywords, with filter, with our AI query assistant. That's my first tip, to search intelligently, which means you can systematically using the suggested keywords without missing a potential topic. You'll find all the grants and effortlessly through the help of the AI query assistant. The next tip, you are smarter. You can be smarter in your grant seeking if you know you need collaborators. It's not just money. It's also about people to collaborate. You need a good team. you need to find your co-PI. How do I find the collaborator? Well, that's why GrantForward present you this researcher tab so that you can find the collaborators. Before I show you this researcher tab, how you can find the collaborators, I want to show you, so basically 2 ways to find the collaborators. The first way, okay, the first way is to find the collaborators associated with each grant. Earlier, I did not explain what all these pictures mean. These are your colleagues within your institution. My institution now is University of Illinois, okay? So you will see your specific colleagues who match, who might have strong interest because of their research agenda, their scholarly work. The GrantForward identify they are very much about elderly care. They are very much about gerontology. They may want to collaborate with you. Yeah. So our researchers from outside of your institution, if you click on each grant, you will see the detail of them here. You can view all of them. You can select, okay, say this PI from Applied Health. I can then click on this to share this grant with them, to inquiry, to ask them if they want to pursue this grant opportunity together. This is the first way to find the collaborators in the context of a grant you are considering. The second way is to more systematically, you can search under the researcher tab. This is a database of researchers. Yeah, each researcher have their profile pre-populated. Say, this is the researchers within my institution here for University of Illinois. Okay, there are also others. You can look at the researchers all over US, all the R1, R2 institutes, a few hundred of them are indexed here. I will do the search later. Yeah, but now let's do, I want to find the researchers for my collaboration in aging service. So this is research interest. Yeah, it suggests me these are, say, active agent. Let me add more. Aging brain, aging. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so if you look at this, so these are the results of 32 researchers who have this interest, such as in aging cell, in active aging, and he is in applied health. She is in applied health again. Yeah, social work. So this is how you can find the collaborators within your institution. You can also find them from outside, and this will take a while. This is from outside of your institution, such as this one is from University of Texas. Okay, this one is from my institution. This one is from U of Oklahoma. You can look at the specific institution. Say if I want to collaborate with anyone, say if I am in New York, okay, I want to collaborate with people in New York University to see if we can find someone from NYU. Yeah, we find someone from NYU. You may know some of them. Okay, this active agent, yeah, and this NYU and so on. Yeah, so this is how you may also use other filters, such as you want to find those who are assistant professor. This younger professor may be more eager for money. Okay, they are eager to collaborate, or associate professor. Yeah, you can search by rank, position, the current stage in their career. Good. So this is how you can find the collaborators. Using this researcher tab. So that's my second tip. You need to collaborate. You can find them within and outside your institution. So this is our second use case about connecting with collaborators. Okay, you can find collaborators within each grant or generally by their research interest and by their other attribute. Well, what is next? The next use case, I want to show you how you can receive recommendation. And this is for the next tip of, well, you can simply sit back and receive recommendation because you are a busy PI, busy faculty member. You want to focus on research, on education. You don't need to visit GrantForward all the time. You can simply create your profile. You can claim your profile. GrantForward has pre-populated a lot of researcher profile. You will likely find yours, or you can create it, and then you can set up your recommendation. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, yeah. So now let me first show you what is in each profile. We find all these profiles. Let's look at what is in a profile. This is an example profile earlier we found from NYU researcher, okay, Chun-Wen Su, okay. What's in a profile? In a profile, it has the basic info such as affiliation, biography, honors, experience, education, and her scholarly work, okay, publications, her awards. These are federal awards or foundation awards that are announced in our award database. I will show you award search, but this is where award come from. Most importantly is a lot of keywords that GrantForward identified from his scholarly work and awards that describe her research interests, such as sociology, migration, such as public health, such as population aging. That's why she was identified as related to aging studies earlier. So this is a profile. With a profile, you can be found as collaborator. With a profile, you can also receive recommendation. So that's why I'm going to show you. You can come to my profile. Okay, here, if you already have your profile, you will see your profile here, such as this account owner. His research interest is about data mining, semantic data science, very different from agent. Okay, if you have not created your profile here, you will see you can claim a profile. Likely GrantForward has already created a profile pre-populated for you. Then you can just edit it, or you can create one if GrantForward does not have one pre-populated already. You can also contact us. We'll be happy to create one for you. So you can just edit it. Click on this edit this profile. You will see this edit interface, allowing you to edit each piece of information to make sure they are accurate, reach to your satisfaction. Okay, so this is about profile. With a profile, now you can set up your recommendation. Simply come to Grant. Under recommendation, this is your recommendation setting. The first thing, set your recommendation frequency. Every month, if you care about grant. Every week, if you are actively looking for grant, okay? Or every day, okay? If you are desperate for grant, yeah, most likely people set as monthly. This is the right frequency, okay? And then you can actually customize the keywords. The keywords that are extracted from your scholarly work, from your profile. You can customize that. For example, I can add keywords such as I want to learn about AI, ChatGPT. I want to see how this AI stuff has something to do with my interest in aging studies. I add them. Okay, yeah, this allows me to add keywords that I have not done research about in the past. Okay, yeah, so this is how you can set up your recommendation. You can also add some filters, such as you say, I only want to be recommended if it's a research project, or I only want to be recommended if it's big enough, more than 250,000. This is how you can make your recommendation more precise. With this, you can receive recommendation email like this. Okay, this is an example of a recommendation email. You receive this monthly or weekly, depending on your setting. It is an email notifying you about relevant grants, okay, like a newsletter. But this newsletter is tailored for you as the PI. It's addressed to you specifically. It's individualized for you. Each grant, it has many keywords highlighted, such as data sharing, artificial intelligence, big data, to explain to you why each grant is recommended. And it also allows you to learn about funding trend, because all these keywords are topics around your research interest that sponsors are looking forward to fund. Okay, that's why they are highlighted. So with this, you learn about not only specific funding opportunities, but also general funding trends around your research interest, as all these highlighted keywords indicate. Therefore, this becomes a pretty popular and useful capability. Monthly, we send out about 150,000 such emails. Yeah, and to receive this is pretty straightforward. You simply need to create your profile. Yeah, you create your profile so that GrantForward know about your research interest, and you set up your recommendation setting here about the receiving frequency and add maybe additional filter if you want. Then you will start to receive all these recommendations. Okay, good. So that's my third tip. You want to sit back and receive recommendation by creating your profile. Okay, so here, let me take the time here. Let's pause for question before I get on to the bonus topic. Let me check. I'm looking at the chat here, a lot of question there. Let me see if I can find some that have not been addressed. How do I exclude the student scholarship in your search? Well, yes. Coming back to search. Yeah, you can, of course, always use AI query assistant, okay, in the process, okay, about aging service. Yeah, now you say you want to exclude the student scholarship. Well, you can use grant type here. You will tell you that it will allow you, you will tell you what grant types are allowed, okay? You can choose fellowship. This is what we want to include. So you can tell it that I want to focus, I want to look at the research project. So this is how you can exclude, okay? You can also, in the manual search process, okay, you can learn to use the filters. I suggest you to systematically look at all the filters. There are different aspects about a grant, such as the type of activity. You say you want to, the type of activity is called the grant type. You say you want to exclude the fellowship. That's how you exclude it specifically. That's also how the AI query assistant can help you. If you converse with it, it will help you to set up all these filters. Yeah, here I'm saying I don't want to see fellowship. I don't want to see internship. I want to see research project. Yeah, so these are how you can exclude based on the type of activities. Okay, good. Do we have more questions? Let me select one question from our questions. A lot of these are about topic. Okay, artist residencies. Yeah. Let's see. These are all integrative medicine. Women's health, interesting. Let me do this. If you have all these topics, let me show one more time because it's important. How you can use keyword search here or AI query assistant. I'm going to study women's health. Yeah. So yeah, of course, the truth is that there are a lot of other keywords, gynecology, feminist health, okay, and all the other keywords I don't know how to pronounce. And you are the PI, you are expert, you know all these. This allows you to systematically search with the right keywords. And every single keyword is guaranteed to get you some more grants because GrantForward has taken the time to read every grant. And these are relevant keywords such as maternal health. Okay, great. I think we have time for the final tip. Okay, what is the final tip? You want to learn from the success in the past. Okay, we talk a lot about funding opportunities, but you have a lot of questions. Is my topic fundable? Okay, or well, what are promising sponsors for research on aging service? With all these questions, you can learn from our experience, especially the successful experience in the past. And I want to take just 2 minutes to show you this useful capability called award search, allowing you to learn from funded project. Earlier, we talked about grants. Each grant is a call for proposal. It's an opportunity in the future. Award, in contrast, is a success in the past. It's experience. How many experiences? A lot of them. 5 followed by 6 digits, 5.3 million. Okay, so each of these is a carefully written proposal and successfully funded. Therefore, you can learn a lot Okay, such as you are curious, what have people proposed about aging 30s? So I search by aging 30s. I get a number, a small number compared to the 5 million, 4,000, but it's still a lot. The aging 30s is important topic. Yeah. So I can sort them by, say, start date, by relevance. Okay. This is, say, Alzheimer's disease about aging through data fusion. This is a data scientist kind of topic. Okay, data fusion. Okay, this is about aging. You can click on each one to learn about the detail, to learn about who's the PI, what organization. These PI are experts who have been founded on this topic. Well, of course, they may be potential collaborators, especially if you are near New Jersey. Yeah, these are people who you may want to connect. They are close to you. You can read the abstract to see what kind of aging service. Okay, it's about cost reduction. It's about sustainable transportation. It's the transportation aspect of aging service. By reading a few abstract, each abstract is like a mini proposal. By reading a few of them, you as expert in the area can pretty quickly glance what are the trends of funding, what topics are fundable, what topics have been proposed. You probably can quickly gauge if the topic you are thinking is fundable or not. Yeah. So this is, let me come back here. You can do a lot of other things. For example, I can look at what my institution had success, okay, in the past. Say if I am from, let's say, University of Michigan. If this is my institution, okay, I can search it. I can find the grants. This institution has a lot of grants, okay? If I am from Baylor University. Yeah, so you may want to know what grants we had success in the past. Or I can sort by start date. Okay, so this is one is September 15, just this year, a few months ago, September 04. You can learn about what areas we had a success. You may connect with all these PIs to learn about their funding experience. Or one last use case, if you are, say, let me search. If you are, you can also search what kind of awards people have obtained, acquired, if they are in your professional area. Say, if you are doing special education, I happen to know this PI. I search with his name. I find all grants, the award to this PI. I quickly notice, say, National Center for Education Research, okay, or Special Education Research. These are promising sponsors for my professional domain because other PI, my colleagues, have been funded quite extensively from this source. I can then copy paste the sponsor. I go back to grant search by sponsor. I want to monitor every grant from National Center for Special Education. This is how you can tap into the awards database to learn from the successful experience in the past. Okay, good. In summary, these are my tips for you to become a smarter, PI in your grant seeking process. In summary, you want to use a grant database, or more specifically, use GrantForward to really know your enemy, everything about your enemy. Not only their personality, their corporate proposal, but also their upcoming grants. You want to search intelligently, systematically expand your keywords so you don't miss anything, and effortlessly use AI query assistant to take you through the tedious search process. You want to get collaborators within or outside your institution. You want to set up your profile so you can sit back and receive recommendation so you can keep up your grant awareness. And you can always be informed about relevant funding opportunities. And finally, know that you can learn from the successes in the past by searching awards. Okay, good. So these are all I want to show today. If you have more questions, I'll be happy to take more. Well, if you don't have more questions, then I think I have answered all the questions. we will share the video, we will share the material, but I want to conclude with how you can find more help. Okay, you can always look at our support material under the support tab on the website. You will find all kinds of Q&A, recorded webinar, use case, documents. Okay, pretty helpful. You can find there to help yourself. You can always contact us at support@grantforward.com with your question. And finally, you can request one-on-one support session. We'll be happy to sit down with you in 30 minutes or 1 hour to help you to create the query that help you to find that short list of difficult to find grants for your interest in, say, aging service. Okay, great. I hope you find this useful. Thank you very much for attending this webinar. If you have any question, anything, email us and have a good week. Thank you.